Hey everyone, welcome back. Um, a big hello to the 5 people that watched the book video. I will say part 2 of that is coming up. I had several interruptions while I was going through the last 4 books, which are kind of related. So I wanted to do them as a group. One of the interruptions was a spider crawled across my face, so that video ended abruptly with me freaking out. I didn't know it was a spider until I scratched and looked down and saw a bunch of legs on my fingers and some blood, spider's blood, thankfully, and kind of jumped up and ran. So that was eventful. Needless to say, that's why part 2 didn't go up. It's been about a month since my last pickup video. I had a good luck price-wise, but bad luck condition-wise. Ran into one ass of a seller, had a problem with another long-term seller. I wouldn't have too much in the pipeline if it wasn't for an import package I'm getting in. I did pre-order Fangamer's physical release of Shovel Knight for PS Vita, and I ordered Shira and the Wonder limited edition for Vita. I'll go through everything here so you don't see too much of this blank screen here. First up is a book. I'm going to butcher this. Alcidamas. I read about a quote from him in another book, and this was the earliest written reference I can find that states slavery is not a natural condition. So I thought, well, let me check out what Amazon has on them. Turns out this is apparently a really good collection of his, but a lot of it's fragmentary, and when I found the entry I was looking for, that was it. Like, that was the only fragment that existed. There might be more in a portion I haven't gone through because I just skimmed it. But I thought, damn, that was pretty much it. But it'll be a good read anyway. There's apparently a lot of notes, a lot of background on them. And let me show you if I can. Yeah, you get the original Greek and some dialogue. I was trying to find the fragments bits because there'll be, yeah, you see here, this is just a small fragment of a whole. But in the event, this was pretty cheap and looking forward to reading it. 2 PS Vita games. Now, this is a Twitter user from Malaysia, excuse me, called Heavy Arms. It took about a month to a month and a half for these to get to me, but I got, what is this? I'm realizing now I've never looked up how to pronounce this. Orshika? I'm going to say that. Tainted Bloodlines. This is available in the US as a download only. You can get the Japanese version of this really cheap, but this is the Asian version, which has English subtitles. You can see on the back here, voice Japanese, language English. Can you see that? Of course not, because the camera sucks and there's a glare. But if you look on eBay, these go from $69 to $79, sometimes a little higher. Now, I'm not sure if his price is always the same, but I got this for $35 from him. And while I was talking to him, he also had some copies of Soul Sacrifice Delta, which also has English. This actually has English all the way down, voice, subtitle, and in-game manual. This was also $35 with $10 shipping. That is a steal. eBay had none of these up, and it had 2 of these for $79, and one had sold fairly recently for $69, and one had sold for $79. So go to Twitter, and he's got an online site, but he updates his inventory on Twitter. You can email him through there. I emailed him through his store. I guess if you use Twitter, you can just DM him. But yeah, if he has them, he'll ship them out. Took a few days for him to ship it. I think there was a holiday or something over there. And Malaysia shipping is really slow. I mean, he got it to the post office fast, but it just kind of sat there for a while. And now U.S. Postal Service does not track international packages. They did from these Japanese packages have coming in, but for those, it stayed in Malaysia. It kind of said when it was outbound for U.S. Customs, and it did not update again until I got it. So I looked it up, and about 2014, they stopped tracking packages internationally from a lot of countries for some reason. Some newer stuff, I picked up Star Ocean. I just got this early because of the Amazon Prime discount. I won't be getting this for a bit, but it's like, what, $40-something with the Prime pre-order. I'll get to it eventually. Though, after the reviews came out, I'm thinking that's going to be kind of like Dragon Quest Heroes, where the price is going to drop, and I'm going to be able to get it at the Square Enix store for like $25 in a few months. you gamble. You win some, you lose some. I also got in a copy of Fire Emblem, was it Tokyo Mirage Sessions. You'll see here, where's it at? It's this corner in particular. That's because Amazon sent this in an envelope. There it is. You'll see that. I took Sporadic Spacebar's advice, the gentleman that he is, and contacted Amazon directly. The guy said, I'll give you 20% off. And I already had the Amazon Prime pre-order discount of 20% off. And I said, what I really want's one in better shape. He said, well, let me get one for you. Came back and said, there's a problem with the shipping. Apparently, they don't have any more. You'll see some more dings there in the center. And then as we were talking, he said, well, you know what? We put in an order for more. So what you can do is I'll give you the discount. And when new ones pop online, you can return your old one. So I haven't opened this yet, and I am going to wait a little while. I want to make sure they don't get any new ones in, because for Bravely Second, I didn't return it to Walmart, and Amazon ended up getting brand new ones in and shipped them out in boxes. So I don't want to make that mistake again. So this will be sealed for a bit. It's not going anywhere. I've read really great things about it, but yeah, this is just, why did you put this in an envelope? Man. They'll make a big deal of pre-orders and stuff in collector's editions on the product page and then just ship in the damn envelope. Speaking of that, I opened up one package, and this was the stuffing. These are Bank of America deposit slips. It's a blank one, just, no one's account number on it or anything. Just a generic one. But I opened it, and this is just some of them, start pouring out, and I'm thinking, has my identity been stolen? Oh, shit. My identity's been stolen. I thought for sure someone signed me up for Bank of America or something until I realized, like, way below all of these, the item was in it. So that's definitely up there with the oatmeal box that I got one time. On to two PlayStation 3 releases. Talking to Crack Lotus, he mentioned that this one was getting harder to find. The Atelier trilogy. Now, I have beaten the first one of this, and I enjoyed it well enough, but not really enough to keep up on the series. But this is the 3 games. NIS has put out a few trilogy packs. One's a Disgaea one. And yeah, this one had gone up in price. Now, I took a kind of a punt on this one. A guy had it on a forum for $20, but he only had a picture of a sealed one, and he said his was open. So when I asked him for a picture of the actual product, he said sure, and then he just never did it. And so... I waited like a weekend, and then I just said, okay, I'll buy it. He had really good feedback, and it came in really good shape. The only problem is in shipping. It got stomped a little, so the case here got tore, and so there's a slight tear in the insert. You can see there. That what you see is more of the case torn. The insert tear is much smaller than that. But this was $20, and this was going for $35 to $45. So not too upset about that. Although I don't know what all it's supposed to have come with. Mine came with the manual in really good shape. But if there's anything extra, I didn't get it. But I like these little collections they're having. Ubisoft put out a lot of these overseas, and they put out a few over here I might grab. I only see those on Amazon. And I went ahead and picked up a PlayStation 3 copy of Vanquish. I have it for Xbox, but now that I play my PlayStation 3 more, I wanted to grab it for it. I think it was a PS Plus game at some point. This one it's getting up there, but when I say up there, I mean in the 30s. I got this one for $20 as well. A guy took a make offer on it, and it got it pretty fast and in really good shape. But I didn't have such luck on everything. I posted about this on like a rant on Facebook about this. I ordered a game from eBay. It came in, and everything looked okay till you opened it. And it was the inside, the back of the manual. So when you open it to the inside, the manual looked like it was on a couch or a bed or something, and someone sat on it or put their hand on it or their elbow. So it was this massive indentation. And so there was damage on the spine, and sent the guy photos, or I sent the guy a thing saying, I want my money back. I'll send this back. And he said, well, take photos of it because people change out the disc on me. So I said, sure. So I took several photos, including some that showed the front, so he could see that, it was the manual, because the front looked like immaculate. And the disc looked good too, the front of the disc. And he said, okay, you can send it back. And then he says, well, I'm going on vacation. If I don't get it in time, I'll handle it when I get back. I said, that's fine. It was supposed to get to him earlier, but shipping, I don't know why, it's got to him slow. Um, he said, well, I'm at the airport. It didn't arrive. I'll handle it later. So I said, okay. And a few hours later, tracking showed it as showing up at his house, and I thought, no problem. Well, then like 10 minutes later, I get this email from eBay saying he's escalated the case. The reason being, and it's his comment saying, the seller or the buyer exchanged disc. This isn't what I sent. This is in worse shape. And the disc has dust on it. That's it. There's no cracks or anything. I could not believe it because I sent that back to him in better shape than when it arrived. I cleaned it up. I put bubble wrap in the case itself. And that asshole tried to say that I changed it out. I've never had someone do that. So basically he wanted his money back and the game, or my money in the game. I got so mad. So I was ranting about it online, and Shock16 said, you're going to get your money back, don't worry. And I called eBay, and I was talking to the operator there, and I said, it said to wait 48 hours, but if you can look in our chat logs, you can see I'm not sure what's going on because that's not supposed to be him. I don't know what disc he's showing. If it's another disc, he still didn't do a good job because the disc looks fine. It's just dust. It's literally dust on it. And it could have been a picture from before, but the guy was not even supposed to be in the state. And the guy said, no, that's no problem. If he accepted your return and it tracked back to him, you get your money back. So I guess he made a mistake by accepting the product when it came back to him. I don't know, because the case was closed and escalated, but because he closed it, he accepted it. So I did get my money back, so I got a few items with it. But man, I've never been so mad at a transaction. No one's done that to me before. That really soured me on it. A lot of this stuff is from June, but really a little bit before that. I got a lot of bleed over in these videos. And trying to go through forums more, but those are dried up. So really, like I said, if it wasn't for these import packages coming in, and a lot of those are some great $1 buys, the next video would be really light. But I did get a good deal on 2 Metal Slugs. This is Metal Slug 3 and a collection of 4 and 5. 3 does have a little bit of wear on the back insert. You can see at the bottom. 4's in great shape all around. They came complete. I have Metal Slug 2 and X for MVS, and I want to get one for the Saturn. The Saturn version is about 70 to 80. The Neo Geo CD one now is really expensive. It's over 100. So I might get the MVS. I haven't decided. But with these, I'm pretty set. And relatively recently, Crack had sent me Metal Slug 7 that I got from them. So really filling out the Metal Slug collection. Still don't have my Xbox repaired, but these were $14 each. And like $2, $3 shipping. And that was, to me, that was a really good deal. So I went ahead and snatched them up. I don't know why I'm really drawn to the covers of these. They're really eye-catching. Still look good. So I used a refund from the one thing I bought to get that. And 2 other things. Punky Skunk. This is, Derek H. mentioned this in a video. Let me read the back of this real quick. Punky ain't your typical mascot, quote, with an attitude. He's a Gen X skunk who loves extreme sports, and he's on a mission. He's got to save his friends, rescue his forest home, and stop a mad wolf's diabolical plot to rule the world. Viva la Punky, getting vertical, Tomb Waiter. And I think my southern drawl came out a second ago there. I think I said like family or something. You got to ignore that. Really got to stamp that out. But, okay, this is not going to go down in the annals of great platformers. But it has really catchy music and some just lovely graphics. A wave of nostalgia hit me when I played it because it looks like an early PlayStation game, but it came out in 98 here, but 96 in Japan. But the whole attitude thing is just, it's rich. He attacks by using a cloud of stink, or whatever you want to call it. So in the loading screens, the cloud of stink says chill out in it. And just mwah, beautiful. There's these mini games that involve, one is tapping the buttons. I can't stand those, but there's there we go. That's a little what do you call that? Those slot machines. It's a slot machine mini game. There's one where you have to raise flags. There's all these little ones. You play them in between missions, and then you can find an item to go to them in missions to earn 1-ups. There's, of course, inline skates and snowboards. It is nice, though. You can remove those by hitting a button. So the controls in those are a little laggy. So they're trying to emulate momentum, but it just doesn't really work. So I actually remove those and go through the level, and when there's a gap I can't jump over, then I switch to the rollerblades or the snowboard. But this is really a $10 or $15 game that goes for $25, $35 now. Because I got credit, I was using my refund on this. I didn't really mind. I didn't pay. I think I paid like $20, but it came from Canada, so shipping was like $10 or $8, something like that. I'm probably going to beat this in one sitting. I actually have it paused right now, and there's 7 islands, and unless more are unlocked, I'm already on island 5 or 6. I wish it was cheaper so more people could try this because it's so damn goofy, but punky skunk. This is a cheap $5 demo that I never had. Toys R Us, Attack of the Killer Demos. Actually, I think this was like $3 or $4. $1 or $2 to buy it, $1 or $2 to ship it. Got Legend of Legaia, Xena, R4, Contender, Cool Borders 3, Elmo's Letter Adventures. But I had never seen this one before. I bought a bundle for $9. I already got rid of some, gave them away. The ones I kept were Twisted Metal 2, which I think this is a double greatest hit, so I'll probably give away another one. And I really got it for this one, which is the case is scuffed, but the manual and disc are in good shape. It's Armored Core. After I bought 2 and 3 from McFly for the PS2, I want to play the original. I beat this one years ago, but I didn't realize how many more Armored Core games there were. There's another 2 or 3 just for the PlayStation 1. Now, these two kind of also left me sour. There's a seller out of Japan. I won't mention his name. A lot of people on eBay or YouTube purchase from them. They have, a good relationship with them. They don't have any problems with them. But I picked up 2. This is Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. It's hard to tell, but it's got a long bend on the front here. Now, you can see it there. When he takes photos, he takes them at an angle. And so he had the manual out and laying down on it. So I just took it as a reflection of the flash or something. I get it, and it's this long bend. So that was irritating. But what's more irritating is the wear on the back of the manual. He never shows that, and now I know why, because the other one I got from him has problems with it too. So I kind of ignored this. I just got irritated, but I saved. It was like $10 cheaper than usual. I would not have gotten it had I known it was so bad. Now, to most people, it's fine, but to me, because I paid almost going rate, I just would have paid the going rate for a better condition. But, I'm trying to ignore the bend because it's just hard to pick up on camera. But when you look at it, it's sizable. And really, the stains on the inside of the manual are what annoy me. They're like purple or something. But it was this one that got me. Silhouette Mirage. There is damage all along the side, which I don't know if the camera will pick up. I sent him photos. You can see faintly about this saying, hey, this was not shown in the thing. If I take it out, you'll see that's almost tore. Those right there. Those bends are some of them are tears in the manual. And this one's got stains on the inside too. And he got real defensive in the past when there was a problem, even though it was his fault. He's forgotten to send me things twice, sent me the wrong thing one time. He gets really defensive. I know he deals with a lot of people on eBay, so that's why. So I just try to be understanding. And he sends me a thing saying, well, I'll get you a replacement manual, but I take all those are actual photos. And it's like, fine, give me a replacement manual. And of course, he's ignored me the past 3 times I've asked for a replacement manual. So I put him on. I've hit his stuff. I don't want to. I'm going to keep bugging him until I get my damn manual. But yeah, that has really left me sour. I spent a lot of money with this guy, and if he wants to act like it, that's fine. But yeah, that was the item I actually returned came after that, and I was already irritated with those. So when that came out, I thought, no, it's money back time. I could not find a copy of this game. I know I had to have lost it during evacuation. There must be a box in one of my wife's friends' houses we stayed at that has all my stuff. But it was Capcom versus SNK. The US copy has gone up quite a bit, and I picked this one up for $20 shipped, and it is in really good condition. But it took about 7 to 8 weeks to get to me. and I figured it was just lost. So in the meantime, I found the US copy in really good shape, so I picked it up. And then they end up getting in at about the same time. So I'm not too fussed about that. It's an excellent game. I played the hell out of it way back when, so I would love to know where they've gone, because I had both the US and domestic ones, so I'm really just back to where I was. A few more here. Big Fly had one of these, but I didn't get to it in time. In Sector X, I got this for a good price. Somewhere on the bottom here. Yeah, but good price. And another shooter for the collection. Speaking of shooters, I got Sylphied. This was like $14 shipped. This is still really affordable. I have a feeling, despite not being one of the best shooters you'll play, it'll go up eventually. It does have some of that waviness that happens with Sega CD stuff over time. And finally, Doom for the Super Nintendo. Really good condition. The guy already had a collector's case here. The only one I'm missing now is the 3DO version with the long box. That's what I'm shooting for. I wouldn't mind getting a Japanese copy of the PC version, because that has I don't know, I like the look of some of the Japanese boxes. But not the best conversion of Doom. Impressive for what it can do, but even at the time it came out kind of late, and I already had the PC version. But this has gone up in price, but I really wanted to play it. The new Doom, which I haven't tried, got me in the mood to play the original, so I've been going through the various versions. And that is it. I will say, though, I've been playing Seventh Dragon, and that is a fun game. Story sucks, but the combat is a lot of fun. And even after 20 hours, you still unlock stuff. I also beat, I've been playing through Total War Warhammer. I got that campaign's ongoing. It's been going on for a while. And Mighty Number 9. I finally pegged it. It's the level design that needs a lot of work. You have some levels that just aren't, like sections that aren't finished. It'll just be an empty room with a barrel. You can tell that they were going to do something, looked at the clock and thought, oh shit, just throw something in there, because sometimes it'll be like a table and one enemy. There's no reason for him to be there. That it doesn't help you in any way. And the dashing could have really made the levels come together, but instead they leave too many gaps for you to consecutively dash from an object or an enemy to zip through a level. To me, that makes the most sense. You'd have a level with enemies placed and items in just such a way that you could almost dash continuously through it. You can dash, but it's really you just dashing to dash and not, get a power up or anything. So, and there is some significant frame rate problems in that last level. That makes it tough. Blandrew reviewed it, and if you watch his review, you'll see the last level, the massive slowdown. So yeah, on the whole, I like where they were going with it. I like the emphasis on combos and scoring. I know people say that's not Mega Man, but Vanquish, The Club, Bulletstorm, all those games have really clever uses of combos and scores to liven a game up. So I have no problem someone wanting to interject score in a series or a genre that's normally not known for it, because you don't have to go for a high score in it. There's leaderboards, but you can ignore it. I like the idea of that, but yeah, that looks like it still needed another 8 months of development, plus a little time to hash out the technical problems. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing. I like the foundation. I would definitely play a second one. I'm not as upset with as other people, but yeah, you could see where they were going, and they just didn't get there. But I'm going to end this at 24 minutes. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will talk to you later.